This podcast is brought to you by The Senior Techie, a source of information for seniors and others about technology. Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something that could translate directly into, well, real dollars saved, safer living, and honestly, just less stress for you and your family. We are talking about a major national nonprofit that many seniors miss, the National Council on Aging, or NCOA.
And what's fascinating here is NCOA's history. I mean, the Senior Techie says this organization has been focused on older adults since 1950. They helped drive these huge milestones like Medicare, Medicaid, and the Older Americans Act. That long history, it translates into trustworthy information. It's not scams, it's not sales pitches.
That sounds like a powerful ally. So our mission for this deep dive is to show you how being tech comfortable like you gives you a huge advantage. An advantage in accessing benefits that others often miss, specifically through NCOA's free online tools. So let's get right to the specific tools that can help our listeners personally. First, let's talk about the problem they're solving. The Senior Techie says so many seniors don't realize they're even eligible for crucial benefits. We're talking help with prescriptions, utilities, property taxes, or food.
Exactly. NCOA exists to close that gap. They reach the person who's thinking, there must be some help out there, but I just don't know where to start.
And this is where the technology piece comes in. This is why it's such an advantage for you.
It raises an important question. How does being tech comfortable help? The Senior Techie says it gives you a really big advantage. You can use their web-based tools from home, at your own pace.
Skipping the lines.
Skipping the lines and skipping dozens of phone calls. And the information is tailored for older adults. It doesn't ignore the realities like fixed incomes, chronic conditions, or caregiving responsibilities.
And if you happen to be the tech helper in your family, this is huge. NCOA gives you solid resources you can share with a spouse, a sibling, or maybe an aging parent. So you're not reinventing the wheel every single time someone asks for help.
Right. It's a reliable source.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about the tool that can put actual cash back in your pocket. Benefits Checkup.
It's NCOA's free, confidential online screening tool, and it searches for federal, state, and local programs you may qualify for but aren't using.
So it's sort of like an online medical intake form.
It is, yeah. You answer questions about your income, your location, health needs, that sort of thing.
And what kinds of programs does it screen for? What are these lifelines?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, Benefits Checkup screens for the really essential stuff. Prescription drug cost help, that's a big one.
A huge one.
Food assistance like SNAP or maybe more local programs. Utility and energy bill support, which is so crucial, especially for winter bills.
Oh, absolutely.
And even property tax relief or help with rent. And of course, the Medicare savings programs and extra help with Part D premiums.
Okay, this is extremely practical. The Senior Techie says this tool can mean hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year in savings. Let's think about a real-world scenario. If your prescription costs mean you're, stretching pills or maybe skipping refills.
Which is so dangerous.
Right. This tool could find a program that lowers your costs and makes your medication routine safer.
Or another one. If rising electric bills are stressing your budget, it might uncover a low-income energy assistance program right in your state that you never knew existed.
And the takeaway here is just how actionable it is. You can run this screening at your kitchen table with a cup of coffee. And at the end, you get a printed list of programs to ask about.
You could even do it for an older neighbor who isn't online. It's a way to pay that tech advantage forward.
That's a great point. So NCOA isn't just about money. It goes deeper. They also work extensively on health and independence. They focus on fall prevention and managing chronic conditions like diabetes or arthritis.
And what's fascinating here is the specific emphasis on falls. Falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury and death for older adults. But so many of them are preventable.
And NCOA promotes evidence-based programs. What does that actually mean?
It means they're not just guessing. These are classes or workshops. Maybe you'd find them at a local senior center or the YMCA. And they've been scientifically shown to reduce fall risk or help you manage a chronic disease.
So it's not just be careful. It's actual practical training.
Exactly. And they also provide guidance on making your home safer. Simple things you can check yourself.
Like what?
Well, checking your lighting, making sure rugs aren't trip hazards, the sturdiness of your steps.
Bathroom safety.
Bathroom safety is a huge one. And the thing is, one avoided fall can mean the difference between staying independent and an unwanted move to assisted living or rehab. Independence is priceless.
It really is. Okay, let's talk about something else we as tech-savvy seniors are constantly dealing with. We are just bombarded online. You see these miracle cures or, clickbait about Medicare changes.
Exhausting.
It is exhausting.
And NCOA really serves as a filtering layer here. Their website, their materials, it's all vetted, it's non-commercial, and it's focused on your real needs.
And that gives them credibility to do advocacy work.
That's right. They also do the heavy lifting in Washington, D.C. They advocate for the Older Americans Act.
Which funds things like home-delivered meals.
Exactly. And senior centers, caregiver support. They're also fighting to protect Medicare and Medicaid.
So these are programs you might already rely on.
And NCOA fights to protect them. So for you personally, if you worry about changes to your health costs, NCOA is a reliable source. They're your source of truth before you share information with others. They give you a plain language explanation.
So what does this all mean? NCOA is not just some policy group. It's a concrete resource that you, the tech-comfortable learner, can use today. You can use it to find benefits, lower your costs, and stay safer at home. I'd say add their website to your personal toolkit. It's a simple bookmark that can pay massive dividends.
This really raises an important question for you to consider. Since NCOA focuses so heavily on these evidence-based programs, what specific piece of your daily routine? Maybe it's medication management, maybe it's fall prevention, or even just budgeting. What part of that could benefit most from just 1 hour spent using a reliable, free online tool like Benefits Checkup?
This podcast was brought to you by the Senior Techie. If you'd like to keep up with their newsletters and podcasts, you can subscribe for free by going to withtheseniortechie.com.